Good morning, this Wednesday, the 19th of November. I'm Max Lacerto, a market analyst with Bell Direct. Yesterday, we saw another tough day in the markets across the board, continuing trends we've seen emerging so far this month. Starting in the US, it was another day of sliding for all three of the major indexes. The Dow Jones lost 1.07%, the Nasdaq lost 1.2%, while the S&P 500 slid 0.8% to mark its biggest losing streak since August. The pullback comes as two critical results are due to be released later this week: Nvidia's Q3 earnings and the US September jobs report, demonstrating how overvaluation of the tech sector and the more general state of the US economy remain the most important issues for investors at the moment. We saw similar results across Europe, with major declines across all the major markets. The Stock 600, French CAC, German DAX, and the British FTSE all slid more than 1% in overnight trade. Meanwhile, in Asia, losses were more pronounced as Hong Kong's Seng slid 1.7%, while the Japanese Nikkei recorded a 3.22% decline. And back home in Australia, it was no different as the ASX 200 fell just under 2% to record its second worst individual day of 2025, only behind Trump's Liberation Day in April when sweeping tariffs were announced. All 11 of the key sectors posted losses, with materials and technology hit the hardest, the latter with a nearly 6% loss on the day. Technology One dragged down the technology sector the most, plummeting 17% after reporting revenue which fell short of expectations and declining to provide FY26 guidance. In materials, Northern Star closed trading down 5.6% as expectations of a US rate cut continue to shrink. And looking ahead to today's trading, the ASX is set to extend yesterday's losses, with the SPY futures predicting a 0.2% drop at the open. Moving to commodities, crude oil is trading 1.2% higher at $60.6 per barrel, as US sanctions placed on Russia in October are beginning to curb their export volumes. In precious metals, gold is trading 0.5% higher at $4,066 per ounce, while silver is up just over 1% at $50.70 per ounce. And iron ore is trading just about flat at $104.30 per ton. Now finally, we'll look at some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has maintained its buy rating on testing, inspection and certification company ALS and raised its target price by 10% to $25 per share after the company reported results that beat forecast and upgraded its FY 2026 guidance. And Trading Central have identified a bearish signal on Westpac, indicating that the price may fall from the close of $37.87 per share to the range of $34.60 to $35.20 per share over a period of 35 days. That's according to the standard principles of technical analysis. And that is all for today. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and as always, happy investing.